Yes, people, welcome back to another episode of Real Ball Talk. Hope everyone's good and having a good Wednesday. What are you saying, Jalil?
Yeah, man, good, man. Let's get into it, man. I'm just, got my tea ready to go.
I see the mug.
Come on, man. Hey, listen, let's make shit happen today. Get it, let's go, man.
Yeah, man, no, 100%. What are you telling me, Jeff, man? Big game today.
Yeah, man. I don't know. With the word apprehensive, I think I'm a little bit apprehensive. Just a little bit.
Yeah. No, I think both teams will be a bit apprehensive today. But we got a guest, our man Odis back in the building, repping the Odegaard.
Yes.
Oh, what are you saying, Ola, man?
Yes, I'm happy to be back, boys.
Yes.
Happy to be back on the best show on YouTube, you know what I'm saying? So
come on, man.
That's
yeah,
my
man.
bad.
Yeah, man. I can't lie, today I am a bit like Jeff, a bit apprehensive, you know what I mean? I'll say I'm just a little bit confident that we'll put in at least some sort of a performance, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
But to me, it's just a little bit of a free hit, but yeah.
Yeah. To be fair, I hear that. To be fair, I mean, obviously this game got bigger as soon as Man City dropped points as well, especially to Crystal Palace on Monday, which means if Liverpool win today, they'll be 1 point behind them. Arsenal, as we know, 1 point ahead of United with 3 games in hand, and this is one of them.
Yeah.
And I was actually looking at the fixtures of United are not playing this weekend, and we are against Aston Villa. So technically, Villa somehow become one of our games in hand. Villa away. So yeah, it's a tough 2 games for Arsenal. So Jalil, man, what are you saying? All this said it's a kind of a free hit. I tend to kind of agree with him, but like I said to you off before we went live, I think if Arsenal win today, top 4's done and dusted. What are you saying?
I mean, when you break it down like that, I can agree with the free hit, because if we're a point ahead of United, right? And we've got 3 games in hand. You said, yeah,
3 games in hand.
Cool. So yeah, for me it's a free hit. Like, even if we lose today, I'm still quite confident it will still be a battle between the two. However, Arsenal have the more leverage, and that's kind of what you want, especially at this stage of the season. But yeah, man, forget about United and Bruno and them man there who can't kick over. I don't want to talk about them Klopp, man, fucking them rattled and that. Let's speak about Arsenal. You get it, But yeah, man. At the beginning, I was obviously a bit nervous about today's game and that. Do you know what I mean? Because I didn't know what to expect, and you know me, I'm always worried before a game. But I'm always like, regardless, we're gonna win. I've never ever gone against us. I don't think, and that's I'm gonna stand by that. I'm still hoping for a win or a draw, but as long as we don't drop points, I think we're laughing. Do you get what I'm saying? But yeah, we were talking about number 10 just before the show and that, and Odegaard and stuff. And I think the reason why a lot of Arsenal fans didn't like Odegaard, but didn't really want Odegaard as the main number 10 was based on the fact that We've seen him play with us before. It wasn't a great season. Why would we sign the same player? Like, we know what he's about. He was injured and he scored a few goals, a few free kicks here, but we didn't really see what he's about. But now you look at him, God, it's like a new signing. You get what I'm saying? It's not like my other guy. What's my other guy's name, man? Who came from Real Madrid as well, the Spanish guy. Yeah, Ceballos, man. Yeah, that was a flop. And then we got him for another loan, and it was like, is this the same thing again? And it's all fair to have that as a fan, because you've seen it flop with one player. Let's be real. Odegaard, if we're going to be real for that season, the first season we had Odegaard, was about 5, 6 out of 10. You kind of want to see. You kind of want to see average. Fair enough. You kind of want to see to re-sign someone, to give someone an extension of contract or something, or even buy them for 35 mil. I think it was, or 30 mil. You kind of want to have a 7 or 8 out of 10 kind of season, but I think we're kind of seeing that now, man. So I'm happy with him. It's all about giving them time. I don't know what that kind of leaves Elmo Smith for at the moment, because he's not really getting games, but he's kind of a cool super sub to have, the energy he has. He can dribble with both feet and that, quite a quality player. But I think the game will be won today on the wings.
Yeah.
If Martinelli and Saka do the business, and obviously the support of Tierney and I assume it's Cedric. I assume it's Cedric. I don't know if Tommy's back fit yet, but I wouldn't rush him back after the last time we rushed Tommy back. He got finished by Jota a few times, and I don't want to see that happen again. But again, man, we were speaking about this on Monday, man. Like all the Liverpool players. Diaz is the only one we haven't really seen plays against us. They've all got numbers against us. They always do the business against us. You know, they like playing us. We seem to have flopped, but we've got a foundation now. So yeah, man. I'm not gonna say too much more. We'll get back into it, but I'm hoping for a win. I'm setting my chest, man. I think we'll win today, man.
Okay, Jalil's good for Arsenal win early. Little sneak preview into his prediction. But yeah, man. Odes, obviously, we're saying again before we went live that you were one of the people from the beginning when we signed Odegaard that was backing him. Obviously, big up Rash in the chat. Our guy Rash. Hope you're blessed, brother.
My guy.
Couldn't make it today. Big up Rash. And he's saying we saw glimpses of Odegaard's levels last season in drips and drabs. His highlight reel made me want him at Arsenal. Yeah, there was the question in the summer, Odegaard or Maddison. When we signed Odegaard, I ain't going to front. A lot of Arsenal fans were not happy. I was not happy. Not that we didn't sign Maddison. I was just thought, I don't know about this Odegaard guy. And Odes was saying it from the beginning. He's quality. He had to hold some corn at the beginning, but he like a preacher now. Well, what are you saying all this about like Odegaard? Like, I feel like he's becoming one of our best players. What are you saying on him?
Yeah, for me, he has arguably been our best player this season. Arguably, it's between him and for me, it's probably between him and Saka. Obviously, I know Smith Rowe is our top goal scorer, but in terms of performances, I'd say it's probably between those two, or maybe even Gabriel actually, just to put him in there as well. Yeah, Gabriel. But even with Odegaard last season, we saw, like Rash said, we saw it in drips and drags. Like West that performance Ham against West Ham.
Yeah.
What was that? That was a no goal, no assist game.
Yeah, exactly.
But everyone appreciated how beautiful that performance was. That was one of the best performances you've seen as a number 10 at Arsenal for a while.
Yes.
With no goals and no assists.
Yeah, it was
incredible. So that just shows you what the guy's about. He doesn't need to have the flash numbers. Yeah. He makes everything tick. Like I was saying this from minute one, his link-up play, even with Lacazette, with Saka, with all these guys, it's unbelievable. It's the reason why we're actually winning these games. Like people don't see they might not see the pre-assist. They might play a ball over the top, it goes to Saka, he plays it across, Martinelli gets a tap in or something, 1-0 Arsenal. But then Odegaard is the one that's played the beautiful ball over the top. He's done the hard work. Like with someone like Odegaard, I've always seen like the Ozil in him. And I've always been a big fan of Ozil. Obviously, it didn't end well with him at Arsenal, but I've always been a big fan of Ozil. A pure number 10 with that ability, for me, it's just a no-brainer. So for me, I've always thought, if not even Arsenal in the number 10 position, we didn't need goals. Because we get goals from Smith Rowe anyway. If Smith Rowe's playing number 10, we'll get goals. But the problem with our number 10s is that they couldn't link up with our strikers well. They weren't providing, obviously, the killer through balls to our strikers and our forwards to do their thing. And now we're actually getting that with Martin Odegaard. Yeah. And like we saw it at his loan at Sociedad. Quality loan. Especially the first half of that loan. The first half of that loan, it was between him and Messi for the best players in La Liga. Obviously, Messi was better than him. Obviously, was better than him. But they were actually doing rankings of things that I was actually seeing all the time as well. And I'm thinking, wow, okay. But like from a young age, Odegaard for 15, 16, you know what I mean? He's been one of the most sought after talents. Yeah. It didn't look like it was going to go well for him when it was on loan to like Heerenveen and things like that. But I think the Vitesse loan and then obviously him going to Sociedad is what really saved him. But I've always been a believer. I believe he's a top talent. Yeah. No, we were very lucky to get him for 30 million. Very lucky.
30 million looks like doesn't look like a snip. It is a snip. 30 million in this day and age for a number 10 of his quality. And you know what, with Odegaard, I think the problem for him was that 15, 16, he was getting mad Messi comparisons. He was getting all the top teams around Europe trying to sign him, private jets to this training ground and that. And straight away, he's going to get the spotlights on him from such a young age. And he went to Madrid at a time when Zidane was there with Ronaldo and them, man. They had no interest in bringing through a youngster. They were just trying to win. So it was tough for him. So I got to give him credit because we've seen a lot of men in similar positions just fade away.
Yep, Alan Helinovic, for example.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's the guy that was compared to Modric, I swear.
Yeah, it was compared to Modric. They were calling him the Croatian Messi, things like that.
Him.
And then,
where is he now?
I think he's at Reading right now. I know he was at Birmingham, but I think he's at Reading now.
You see what I mean? Man's at Reading.
He went from didn't he got moved to Barcelona, right?
He got moved to Barca, I remember that,
and then
just fizzled out. It's mad, man. But listen, we got 8 people in the chat. Smash the likes and subscribe if you're new. Big up Ted D in the building saying, "Oh, this, you know."
My guy. Come on.
Let's go, lads. Big up Katie in the building. Hope you're blessed, bro. Saying I can see a cheeky 1-1. Can't even lie.
That's a possibility.
30 million is a steal. Yeah, man, 100%. So Jeff, man, let me come to you. Obviously, we've spoken a lot about Arsenal, Odegaard. In terms of today, with the game against Liverpool, who do you think is going to be the key man in terms of if Arsenal are going to get a win, who might have to drag the team to victory?
May have to be Odegaard. Not just on the ball, just in the press. Because a lot of the time, like he kicks off the press. It's not always Lacazette. Like he does the press, and then Lacazette drops into his position. So I think it's going to be the same kind of thing. Because guy even said on Monday, like, whilst the wings, we all know that Trent, Robertson's their danger people. I think if Thiago plays and Thiago gets to dictate in that game, he's going to be the biggest problem. So where he likes to pick up the ball deep a lot of the time. So Odegaard is probably going to be tasked with trying to get close to him a lot. And Lacazette maybe as well, just to try and impede and disrupt his passing game. And as well as like, I guess Lacazette has a big part to play as well, because Van Dijk and like we know that Lacazette's got good hold-up play, but Van Dijk and Matip are two of the more physical defenders, and they're probably the best partnership in the league, or really up there. They're very, very good. Yeah, it's them or Laporte and Diaz, right?
Yeah.
I think.
Because Chelsea play back free, so you can't.
I think I'll give it to Matip and Van Dijk.
I think I'll give it to Matip.
I think it's crazy because I think Matip's even been better than Van Dijk this season.
I'm going to disagree. Matip's been really, really good. Like Van Dijk's obviously Van Dijk. But
White and Gabriel as well. Just putting out there.
Yeah, they ain't top two.
They're doing partnership though. They're doing well.
They're good.
Clean sheets. They got clean sheets, bro. I'm just saying.
I hear you, bro. Like, you do what you have to do as an Arsenal fan, but they shouldn't be nowhere close to these, man, bro. Van Dijk and Matip, like Lacazette has a big task on his hands today. He's got to really be at his best physically to try and compete with those two, because if, say, the ball goes to him and it doesn't stick and they just pickpocket him, the ball's going to come straight back. And then you would see the ball going to the Trent or Robertsons, and Liverpool could really, really get us. So I think those are the two main areas. I guess Cedric as well, stepping in for like Tomiyasu. Cedric's actually done well since Tomiyasu's been out. He's actually been a decent deputy. So hoping that it continues today. You don't know if he's going to face Diaz or Mane today. Like if it's Diaz, I think he's actually going to have more trouble with Diaz than Mane. Just because I guess Mane has been in the Prem for a number of years. So you can, and they were at Southampton together, if I'm not mistaken. So you know a little bit more about what Mane is going to do than Diaz. Diaz is very, very, very direct, like scarily direct, where he's not wasting any time. He's coming straight at you, and he can go either way. So I think those are the areas where we're really going to have to step up at.
Yeah. No worries. Lance just joined us, but I think his internet lagging, so he's going to try and rejoin us. But yeah, you know what, Jeff? Do you think that because Jota's done well against Arsenal recently, do you think he might start him today?
It's possible. Like Diaz could be on the bench. We don't know. Like it's possible.
Yeah, about 5 minutes, but yeah.
I think he'll actually end up playing Jota. Because I can't. Jota has a very impressive record against Arsenal. Actually, I think.
He's dangerous.
I think he has more goals than his appearances against Arsenal now.
Yeah. Yeah,
which is a bit oof.
that's a bit mad.
Well, I should say at Liverpool to clarify.
Oh, okay. Okay.
At Liverpool,
Yeah,
to
yeah,
clarify.
Yeah.
I know he scored against us at Wolves as well before.
Yeah.
I know him and Jimenez were one of the reasons that we didn't get top 4 that year.
Yeah. That year we messed up on the Emery.
Under Emery, and they played Jimenez and Jota up top.
Yeah, and they slapped us 3-1. Yeah. That's
Jota's one of those like Jota's not the best like general footballer, but it's just when he gets around the box, which I never saw at Wolves really. Like he's actually a good finisher. So he just he knows how to put the ball in the net. I never really saw that at Wolves. At Wolves, I was thinking he looks good out wide, but he does.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's like it's kind of like regressed out wide at Liverpool and looks like more of a centre forward at Liverpool. It's odd.
I agree with that one. Yeah.
At Wolves, he looked like to me, like in terms of like footballing wise, he looked like even to me, he looked like a better dribbler. He looked like he's better on the ball.
Yeah.
But at Liverpool, he's still good. He's still good at those things. But I'm saying like at Wolves, it stood out more. But maybe because Wolves were lacking players that could do all that. And like he had to deal with most of the ball carrying, so maybe that's why. Okay, it looked better. But at Liverpool, he's not dealing with most of the ball carrying, so maybe that's the reason why.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Do you man think that Firmino's coming in? What do you man reckon? Is Firmino coming in?
I don't think so. But that's another guy we're gonna record against Arsenal.
He's dangerous. Yeah. He causes us like he's bagged a hat trick against us before. I remember him scoring at the Emirates numerous times. He's another problem, but I think with him, he might be like second, third choice in his position right now, and it's not his fault. He's like I guess he's had great seasons at Liverpool. Last season was okay; it wasn't terrible, and then he had an injury. I guess he's had injuries this season, and now we can see Jota's got 12, Mane's got 12, even though it's lots from the left. Like now that Diaz is there, Mane can really do that false 9 kind of position. So maybe there's not as much room as Firmino as there was previously.
I guess it'll be interesting. It wouldn't surprise me if Klopp does start Firmino just to go with like tried and trusted, maybe to try and keep more of the ball. What will also be interesting to see will be if I assume they will, but Liverpool play a mad high line, and I do wonder if they will try and do that again today. Even though we're probably going to play Martinelli and Saka out wide, and you don't really want to give them man room to run in behind. But it's been working for them, so it's hard. It's hard to say anything about it. Rash saying Jota's a problem for Arsenal, 100%. Yeah. Ted D saying, are we saying Jota has inherited Liverpool's upgraded style of football?
Oh my god!
Oh my days!
Damn! I mean, Liverpool don't play like Stoke. That's a madness. But yeah, Liverpool do like to cross the ball. But yeah, Stoke. That's where the lap level. Yeah. So, the Lampson is in, so let's give Lamps a try. Is he in? Or I can't even see him. I think he's in. But
it's grainy, but he's here.
Hey, Lamps, try speak.
Yo, can everyone hear me?
Oh, yeah, he's a bit robotic.
Yeah, you're a bit laggy.
So, alright, I'm gonna leave and come back.
Cool. Well, yeah, man. So Jalil, lineup's coming out in about 3 minutes. What's the Arsenal lineup that what's Ted D saying? How many long balls and crosses are we gonna see from them today? I bet over 20. Yeah, probably. Probably.
But to be fair to Liverpool, like obviously with like Stoke and these teams, they'll just have the big target man and then they'll float the crosses in. You know what I'm saying?
The flick on
at least Liverpool. It's funny because Jota scores so many headers, but he's like 5'8", 5'9".
Mm-hmm.
He's not tall.
Even Mane's good in the air.
So, yeah, even Mane. So with them, it's more about the quality of the ball that's been put in because they actually
look who's crossing them.
Yeah, look who's crossing it. So I mean, you can't, in a way, you can't blame them for putting the ball in the box quite a bit when you have Trent and Robertson as your fullbacks.
Yeah, and you know where it is. Obviously, it's in this day and age, it's easy to discredit the fullbacks, saying they naturally get more assists than the fullbacks back in the day. That's totally true because of system. But when you look like yesterday at Man United and you see guys like Tellez and Dalot, They had plenty of opportunities to cross the ball.
Oh no, that
The quality is just not there.
Oh mate,
So-
that Tellers guy. I'm not even a Man United fan. Jesus Christ. The ball went to him like I was counting like 7-8 times. I was like, all right, this guy got bought for deliveries. Like that's what they were saying. Like he's got good set pieces and he's got good deliveries. The ball goes to him, just like, all right, where are these good deliveries? I see one go out of play, someone not beating the first man. Some don't even make it in the box. And like, all right, forget it, man. Whoever I heard about this guy must have been a lie.
Yeah. So that's where like you gotta give people like Trent and Robertson more credit, because clearly just having the space doesn't mean that you're gonna provide the quality. And Liverpool do put in a lot of dangerous crossing as it is for them to. And I think especially this season, they've done this thing where Henderson always kind of drifted to the right, but it feels like to me this year it's more than ever. Like it's just to finding ways to get Trent in that middle right area that De Bruyne does his damage in. That's where they're trying to put Trent in. So I think Arsenal, how do they stop that today, Julio? How do they stop Trent finding that space? Because Martinelli can't do that by himself.
Now, do you know what's funny? I was thinking this the other day. Tierney was spoken about quite a lot, but because of his attacking ability. But now that he's asked to do a different role, because Xhaka goes up quite a bit more than ever before.
Yeah.
I'm not slashed for United's performance last night, mate. We're not doing that for United, man. I'm going to sleep them at the beginning of this show. Because Tierney is playing more of a defensive role. I've actually kind of I've had nothing to say about this guy negatively, because he's doing more of a defensive role. And maybe that's because Xhaka's been asked to go up in the left and support Martinelli, which means we've got an extra man behind. He does come up still, don't get me wrong, but he's doing more of a defensive work.
Yeah.
I think if he continues to do that, that'll stop Trent, because we ain't really seen that. We ain't seen him just do more defensive work than he's done attacking, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
That will stop Trent, because once Trent finds a ball, Martinelli will get him. Trent beats Martinelli by popping it off to, I don't know, Fabinho in the middle, then getting it back to Trent to put a ball in. Then you've got Xhaka to answer to. Xhaka don't do it. Then you've got Tierney to answer to. That's kind of 3 man on him. It bigs up Trent a lot, but Trent needs it because his ability to put the balls into dangerous spaces is very scary. So we're talking about stopping him. I think if we stop him, we're kind of laughing, because that's where the majority of the attacking force comes from. But seeing Kieran Tierney play in that more of a left back defensive position, I kind of liking it, but I don't know, it could change any day, you know.
I think he's definitely been more solid and definitely done less of
100%
crossing that we were talking about before. But you know,
one more thing as well. Tierney used to piss me off because he used to put balls into the box. Nice, sick balls. But in the air, like flipping Ronaldo or Zidane's there to head it in. You know what I'm saying? But the balls look nice, bro. It looked nice, don't get me wrong. But when he does it now, I'm just still like, obviously he doesn't do it as much anymore. But when he did do it, when it was just Lacquer up there, I used to think, give it 2 feet, then hold it up, and then he'll pop it back at you. Do you know what I mean? But now they've probably seen it, they've sat down, looked at video, and thought it's not working. Do you get what I'm saying? So I'm kind of liking the role he's playing now. If he goes more attacking, I still like the guy, but he's just looked more solid, and I have to give him the respect there. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree. I think he's been more solid, less spam crossing. We've got 8 people in the building. Smash the like, subscribe if you're new. But football's about opinions, and we got Taylor D saying, I think Tierney's been horrid this season. Actually, the weakest point of our starting 11. Salah and Trent can feast from him tonight. So that's the beauty of it. You can have like opposite opinions. The only thing I would say is that Salah has had good games against them before. So that is something to watch out for, because Tierney might be preoccupied with Salah, depending on if they keep Salah wide or they have him coming more in. No way it was different after Brentford. Yeah, after Brentford, first game of the season, I agree with you. He was doing a madness, but I feel like in the last 10 or 15 games, I feel like I see Tierney go up less than before.
And that's the point of the system. Like I think before he was being depended on as our best attacking outlet, which isn't good.
No.
Like he's not Trent. He's not going to cross from 40-yard infield angles. He wants to get to the byline and cross. So if you limit that, you're going to see the crosses less. And even now, like the other day, There was a cross he did where he just came in field. He just passed it in field to Lacazette. Then Lacazette span it out wide. It's like you don't need to do those crosses. So it's just kind of Arsenal changing the way we attack.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh the second Brentford game. Yeah. The one where we won 2-0 recently. That one. Yeah, you're right. To be fair, I remember speaking with David after that game, and I was saying that he hadn't spammed crosses in, but then David showed me like 10, 15 crosses he'd spammed in that game. So I don't know. It feels like to me, Tierney's more playing within the system now. As before, it was him getting the ball from left back, trying to carry it down, head down, and then just whipping it in. Doesn't matter who's in there. I'm just whipping it. So, but I feel like he's been decent. I don't think Tierney's our biggest problem. I mean, I can't even say Shaka's been a problem recently. We still have to replace him. Don't get me wrong. Don't ever get that twisted. However, I don't think he's been a problem. I think he's actually played quite well in this role that he's doing. And so, like I said, I feel Arsenal get a top midfielder and a top striker. Then, yeah, Arsenal will do all right next season. Hey, what you man saying? João Felix, you man taking him?
100%.
João Felix, yeah, cool.
But it's about whether it's realistic.
How much you willing to spend for him?
He's going to cost 100.
Just for your number, how much your limit?
How old? Give me some numbers first. How old is he?
22. He's 22 years old.
22. How many positions can he play?
He can play. Well, he could play left wing, maybe. All I would.
He could play left wing. He could play number 10 and up front.
Yeah.
Okay. And I think we're looking at about 75.
Well, if we're getting for that, that's a steal. I can't.
Yeah, because on this market, I won't be surprised if they ask for 100 because someone like Alexander Isak, his release clause is what 75 million. 75 million. Is it pounds or is it euros? Euros, which is still around 70 million, 67 million, something like that.
Yeah.
And I mean, do you know what I'm saying? Like the numbers he's producing are quite obviously they're quite similar to João Felix now, but it's because João Felix is in this Atletico Madrid system, which for me doesn't allow attackers to flourish.
No,
I don't think they even have I don't think they have anyone in double figures in terms of goals this season, do they?
Nah.
So it's like their system is a bit crazy. So for João Felix, I'll pay 80 million for him. He's 22.
Okay.
That's a striker you can have for a long, long time.
Okay, so you're saying 80, Jalil's saying 75. Jeff, what are you saying? What's your max cap, João Felix?
What would I spend or what would they sell him for?
What would you spend?
Do both.
I say the 85, 90. What they would charge would probably be like 100, 105.
Yeah.
Like, they paid how much? 130?
Yeah, the Kane. Big up Kane in the buildings just said that they bought him for like 100 mils. Yeah, big up Kane.
Yeah.
Big up Kane, man. But yeah, he's right. I think it was like 100, 105. So
yeah,
they don't want to recoup.
At least they'll probably try and recoup at least for me. I think they'll try and recoup at least 80 to 90% of the money.
Yeah, exactly that. So, but if Arsenal can get something like him, then that'll be fantastic. But yeah, man. So. Well, all right, let's switch things over to the Liverpool side of things before we do the combined 11. Well, I was getting messages before and saying there's no point doing a combined 11, but we'll give it a go in it. We'll give it a go. But yeah, let's move over to the Liverpool side. Like I said, if they win the game today, 1 point behind Man City. In January, they were 13 points behind with 2 games in hand. So it's been a big, big turnaround. Like, Jalil, if Liverpool win today, do you think become favorites for the title?
If they win today?
If they win today.
See, I'm on the fence, but I don't want to be on the fence. I think it can go either way, but if I'm going to go with someone, I'm going to go with Pep. Not saying Klopp doesn't learn from his lessons, but Pep does learn from his lessons when he does a mistake like he did on Monday night against Palace. He didn't use any subs, if I'm not mistaken. Doing the same shit all game. Yeah, you've got to change it. You just got to swallow your pride, and I feel like he will do that for the next game. Do we know who he's got? Who City's got next? At top of our head.
You say you're not playing in the Prem again until after the international break, and that's Burnley away.
Okay, so I'm not gonna say easy win, but that's a win. That's a dub.
And then after that's
yeah, that's a dub. It's a dub.
So you think they'll beat Liverpool?
Ooh.
It's a dub. Yeah,
because it's essentially going to come down to that.
It's going to come down to that. Okay. It's going to come down to that game, but not saying Liverpool ain't got enough, because they've got more than enough. I just feel like City learn from their mistakes. I'm not saying because Liverpool haven't had that many mistakes to learn from it. I'll say that for free because they do the same shit. Trent gets the ball, you can't stop his crosses. There's no point. He'll put it into a space. We didn't even know there was a space there. Do you know what I'm saying? But I always say you've got to fail to do better in life. Whether it's education, sports, anything. And yeah, man, we've seen Pep learn from his mistakes from when he's been too naive to change shit around. That's just me going off him as a person. I know he'll change it, and I know he could potentially win. Yeah. But again, it's football. Anything can happen. So I'm going to still stick with City winning the title. But regardless if Liverpool win today, but it's going to go. The good thing about this year, top 4, relegation, and for the title going down to the wire. So that's how it's going to go.
Yeah, even the relegation one's going to be interesting, but
going down to the wire, Everton might be fighting there. Do you get what I'm saying? It's going to go down to the wire. Big up to the alley.
Yeah, you know what? Actually, let's just before I ask, just on that one, before I ask your take on whether Liverpool will come favourites to win that Everton thing. Like, what do you make of the fact Everton could actually go down?
I think I can't lie. I think it all starts from Rafa Benitez. I think the window he had and what he's done to that team is absolutely terrible. Like he's made them worse in every way. Like let's even look at the fact that he beefed Digne. He had beef with Digne, right?
Yes. Yep.
And then he sold him.
Yep.
And then it got I think is his name Mykolenko.
Yeah. The Ukraine don. Yeah.
Ukraine don, which I heard he was good and things like that, but never really seen him. But it's like you've got an established left back who's arguably top 3 in the Premier League.
Yeah, top 5 for sure. Top 5.
Yeah, top 5 for sure. Yeah. Arguably top 3.
Yeah.
And you go and sell him to Aston Villa for what? What was it? 20 million? Was it 18 million? Something. Yeah, something like that. And then you go and spend that on someone who, let's be real, to the Premier League is an unknown commodity.
Yeah.
To me, I think that's crazy, especially the position that you were in.
Yeah.
It's not like they were comfortably in 7th and they're chilling. They can afford to take a risk and things like that. They were battling from the get-go. They were in the trenches from the get-go.
Bro, how can you sign Townsend, bro?
Yeah,
that's not even a bad signing. It's just, bro. I'm at a loss with that team. But sorry, continue.
Yeah, bro. I'm at a loss because you know what? Even when they first made their signings, I can't lie. I was at loss of them buying Demarai Bay for $2.5 million. Obviously, turned out to be a good signing, $2.5 million. I'll give them that. He's still young. The Townsend one to this day confuses me, and I know he started off decent, but it's like he get released from Palace.
Yes, he did. He got released.
What makes you think a guy who just got released from Crystal Palace, who, let's be real, at the time, Everton were better than Palace, like significantly.
Yeah.
Obviously, now is a different story, but what makes you think that guy is now going to come into your team and change it around for you? Like, I don't understand. For me, they missed out on a lot of gems in the transfer market.
Yeah.
They should have been making the signings Crystal Palace made.
Yep.
They should have been the ones getting Elise and things like that.
Bro,
they should have been the ones getting these players.
Saying that they should have made the signings we made. Your Ramsdales, your Tomiyasus.
Yeah. And it's crazy because players like Ramsdale and that, they would actually be able to attract them because what we got from Sheffield United. Obviously, I understand, they have Pickford. But I don't actually rate Pickford as a goalkeeper like that. I think he has too many bozo moments.
Yeah.
Like he makes so many stupid mistakes. He'll be laughing, smiling like, oh yeah, like he's just playing out of park or something. It doesn't mean anything anyway. So what? We're rubbish anyway. We're gonna lose. Like even when I look at it, like to this day, I'm still at a loss thinking about what he did for that goal, that Origi goal.
Oh my god!
What was he actually thinking?
He's got to explain it.
And then he just has a cheeky smirk on his face, like, I don't care, man. I get 120 racks. No one can tell me anything here. I do whatever I want to do here. Yeah, he gets like 120k or something. He's one of the highest paid in Everton. Like,
fair play.
Because when they signed him, he was meant to be the man.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So England number 1, all of that. He has all that leverage when it comes to getting contracts and things like that. So You know,
but yeah, Ola, on Liverpool, let me just Ted ID said, LOL, man said commodity. Ola try and sound like a real pundit. Nah. He's better than the pundits, man. Fuck the pundits. But yeah, so I'm just gonna put up Man City's last 9 league fixtures, so you can see them on the screen there. So they got Burnley away, Liverpool at home, Wolves away, Brighton at home, Watford at home, Leeds away, Newcastle home, West Ham away, Aston Villa at home. Whereas Liverpool have Arsenal away today, Watford at home, City away, Villa away, United at home, Everton at home, Newcastle away, Spurs at home, Southampton away, Wolves at home. So just looking at that very quickly, what do you think? Obviously, title race, you can never say never like predicting the games. Well, just looking at that, what do you think, man? If they win today, are they still favorites? Do they become favorites or not?
I would say yes.
Okay.
And the reason why I'll say yes is because we are joint. I think we're joint with City now, or actually, it's not even joint with City now. After the last result, I believe. I think we are the number 1 informed team in 2022, right?
Arsenal, yeah, and Liverpool.
It might be us and Liverpool, right?
Us and Liverpool, yeah.
So I believe if they beat us, that will give them a lot of confidence. For one, not like they need confidence, but I'm saying that will give them a lot of confidence to think, hold on, we've beat more or less the number 1 form team.
Yeah.
That realistically, out of the teams in that the last 10 teams that you showed that Liverpool have had,
toughest game.
Arsenal could probably beat those teams. Apart from Man City.
Yeah.
So they'll be thinking, hold on, what, Tottenham at home, things like United at home. To me, they'll be looking at that like, come on, if we play our best, we can win these games quite easily.
Yeah.
So I believe that will get them a lot of confidence, especially it'll give them a lot of confidence going into that City game.
Yeah.
Because if they now beat Arsenal, a form side of, okay, yeah, cool. Now let's take the same confidence in and let's go at it against City.
Yeah.
And City have shown that they can be got at.
Yeah.
Especially on the break and with pace and the fact that, because I heard Jalil say Pep does like to change things, but I'm not sure because Pep sometimes is a little bit, not to say he's naive, but sometimes he's like, he's too like, yes, this is what I'm going to do. He's setting his ways. Yeah. Like against Tottenham, I was thinking there has to be some sort of change. After the first 3 attacks, I was thinking, come on, like you're playing a high line, you're getting caught on a break every single time. Like Kulusevski's having fun, Son is having fun. They're literally just chilling there. Yeah. They're hitting you on the break every single time. Yeah. And then the final goal, they still even got hit on the break. Like it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like how many times do you have to get burned to learn the lesson? That's what I was thinking. Like in game, there has to be some sort of change. Someone's got to sit back more, things like that. But they didn't make them changes. And City have shown this naivety against Liverpool before.
Yeah.
Obviously the Champions League stuff, and then obviously that game where Liverpool went up, I think was it 4-5-1 when Mane scored the left foot finish from outside the box. When Ederson passed the ball like straight to Salah. Like they've shown before that, yes, that they don't really like to change their style of play. They'll be set. Yeah. They'll be thinking, we're at home, we're going to dominate. Whereas Liverpool have the quality to actually hurt them. So I believe if Liverpool actually win this game, will give them a lot of confidence, especially going into that game. I don't think it's just is as clear cut as City will beat Liverpool and things like that. I think that's a 50-50 game. And for me, I'm possibly even edging it to Liverpool.
They could, depending if they win today. I think I might have to give them the edge based purely on a momentum thing.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, City know if they lose that game, all of a sudden Liverpool have got the upper hand, and they'll be thinking we had a huge lead, and that. But obviously, that will be a fascinating game. I think depending on like FA Cup and that game could be moved back even further. So it could even be later in the season, which I kind of feel like where it lands now is kind of perfect. But let's see, because you never know how it's going to go. But so Arsenal's team is the same as against, what's it called? Leicester. So no changes, same team. But Liverpool, as I put up there, as Jeff said in the private chat, Salah's on the bench. So Liverpool's team is Alisson, Trent, Matip, Van Dijk, Robertson, Fabinho, Henderson, Thiago, Mane, Diaz, Jota.
Okay.
I can't lie. For me, I always like it when two teams are on form and both have full strength. Obviously, Salah's on the bench, so but basically that's Liverpool's first team.
Yeah.
Basically, outside of Salah. So, yeah, man. Like, obviously, hearing that lineup, Jeff, what are you saying, man? Like, it's a strong team.
Yeah, I guess it's kind of like, apart from the Salah thing, it's kind of teams we would expect for this game. So, you know what? Like, Salah not playing is a big thing, but when your front, the five they have up front, like they have very, very able players. So
Yeah,
it's not even like it's any easier. It's just a different problem. So
yeah.
I'm still gonna say 1-1. Like if we start well, if we don't start well, then yeah, I think Liverpool could cruise to like a victory. Yeah, with the whole Liverpool City thing as well. I think Liverpool could even win today's game, win against City, and still lose the league.
Possible, yeah.
Like it could, like because they're still on all fronts for everything else. Like at some point, I think that's gonna play a part. I know City are in like similar competitions. I just think, in terms of strength and depth, I think City just have the edge in strength and depth, and like who they can bring in. So, and even though I say Liverpool could win the game against City, I do think that with the game being at the Etihad, I still think City would probably win.
If City win, I think that's over.
Yeah, and even like the games you name, like the last 10 fixtures that Liverpool have, there's not that many easy games. I'll be honest. Like from what you read out, oh yeah, his connection's good now.
Yeah, no, my MacBook's acting up. It's I think it might be wiping everything off it, you know. I think I made a mistake. I restarted it and it's acting up.
Oh, really?
Wiping everything off.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
It's mad.
Oh shit, you wiped everything off.
Christ,
My God, damn, that's a madness.
That's how I know Liverpool are gonna lose today, man. It's a bad day, man.
Hey, what do you think about the news that Salah's on the bench?
Salah's on the bench. Who's starting? I haven't actually seen the team because my laptop's been.
Your team's Addison, Trent, Matip, Van Dijk, Robertson, Fabinho, Henderson, Thiago, Jota, Diaz, Mane. So
okay. I don't know. You know, who's playing on the right?
That's I'm not sure about.
It says Diaz, but we don't know.
It says Diaz.
I think it'll probably be Mane.
It can't be Diaz playing down the right.
Yeah,
that wouldn't make sense. You know what I think is going to happen? I think Mane will play down the right. I think Diaz could possibly play on the left or switch with Jota. I think they can be changing throughout the game, but I think Mane is going to stay on the right. Or if anything, because Jota's good with both feet, Jota might stay on the right and be switching with Mane.
Could be.
And Diaz stays on the left because obviously Jota's good with both feet. But you know what? Salah's been annoying me recently, man. I think he needs a rest or something. He's been annoying me recently. He hasn't been looking as good. He's been looking really he's been really selfish of late when he's meant to play like the simple pass. He's taking shots. He's trying to blast shots through defenders. It's almost as if he's trying to. I don't know. He's trying to. I don't think he scored a goal in open play for a while. Maybe for a while. I can't remember the last goal he scored in open play.
Norwich.
Do you know what? I actually can't remember. You know, I actually can't remember.
It might be Norwich.
I can't remember. It could possibly be them. But yeah, man, I think he's looking a bit desperate right now. I think he needs a bit of a rest. So I'm happy with Jota coming in. I would have liked to see Firmino personally.
Yeah.
But I prefer Firmino to Jota. But yeah, man. It's a good team. What's Arsenal's team saying?
Same one as against Leicester. So Ramsdale, Cedric, Ben White, Gabriel, Tierney, then Partey, Xhaka, Odegaard, Saka, Martinelli, Lacazette.
Don't you think your players will get burnt out? Like if you keep, because I've noticed like it doesn't really change.
We're only playing one game a week, innit?
One game a week.
Okay. Because I've been noticing it doesn't really change, but at the same time, you're right. You're only playing one game a week, so it's not that bad. I think it'll be an interesting game, though, man. I think it'll be an interesting game.
Would you take a point?
Say that again.
Would you take a point?
Would I take a point? Yeah, but the reason why I'll take a point is because with a loss, winning the league isn't in our hands anymore.
Yeah.
Whereas if we take a point, we're still in a position where if we beat City or go unbeaten, we can win the league. So
difference, yeah.
For me, I'll take the point. Do I believe the game's going to end the draw? Probably not. Or maybe it might just be. I think it depends on how brave Arteta is. Because I don't think Arsenal need the win. I think top 4 is already secured for Arsenal. I don't actually think Arsenal need the win. So it depends on how brave Arteta is. Now, obviously, everyone's saying it's a free hit, but I don't believe that's the right sort of mentality to have, that it's a free hit. If you lose to Liverpool, then win the other games. But I think Arteta might have the mentality of, you know what, if I can get a point here, we're in a good position. So maybe he might, play for the point. So you never know. You never know, man.
Let me ask you 2 questions, yeah?
Yeah.
What is your thoughts on Mikel now, as you've seen how Arsenal's progressed? And second one is, if Arsenal win today, where do you see it being lost for Liverpool?
Okay, so the first one on Mikel Arteta, to be fair, I've always said I think Arsenal fans are a bit harsh on him, but at the same time, I've never really rated him as a manager like that. But he's making everyone eat their words right now. You know what I'm saying? He's doing his job, and at the end of the day, you have to rate him because what more can a manager do than respond to his critics by getting his team to play well? So you can't really say anything. I mean, when you look at the form Arsenal have been on, it's been a crazy form. So really and truly, Arteta's doing his thing, man. You can't really knock him. Do I think do I think he's going to take Arsenal to a level where you're actually competing? Probably not. No, but then again, I didn't know he'll get Arsenal to this level where you're going on this run and top 4's looking secure. So, yeah, man, he's doing a good job, man. He's doing a very good job. And I think if Liverpool lose this game today, like with every game Liverpool lose, it'll be lost to the midfield. I think it'll be lost to the midfield. But the only thing is, I actually think our midfield will bully Arsenal's midfield today. The only reason why I'm saying that, though, the only reason why I'm saying this is Thiago, Fabinho, Henderson. It's a high energy midfield. Now, Thiago's there to sort of make things a bit neater, but at the same time, he is a high energy player. He's always, he gets a lot of fouls. He's not the best tackler, but he is a high energy player. He is intelligent. He does read danger. I think Xhaka's a bit too stationary. I think Partey's got energy and he's a high energy player, but he's the only player in the team that I would say in that midfield, I'll say is high energy. Odegaard is more of an advanced playmaker. He's more of like an attacking. Whereas Liverpool's midfielders, none of them are attacking. It's literally you know what I'm saying? It's literally it's two workhorses.
Just pure midfielders, just midfielders.
Exactly. So they're all centre mids. It's two workhorses and it's one central midfielder that could play deep line, could move the ball forward, but really and truly doesn't advance as much. So I think in the midfield, I think we should beat Arsenal. But yeah, if we were to lose somehow, it will be in the midfield, 100%. Like it is with every game, innit?
Yeah, and you know what it is? Obviously, we're going to do the combined 11 and say we got 10 people in the building. So big up every single one of you. Smash the like, subscribe to RBT. I was watching a Liverpool game the other day, and I saw that this team, I can't remember what game it was, they were really trying to go down Trent's side. And I felt like he actually defended quite well. So you think with Trent this season, he's taken a step forward defensively where he's not, because people were at one point considering him a right-out liability, but I don't think he's a liability anymore. I just think he's just a competent defender who's fantastic going forward. Do you think that's a fair description?
You know what it is with Trent, right? A lot of this is I don't know if propaganda is the right word. A lot of this is.
You could use the word propaganda. You could say the word agenda.
There's an agenda. Because look, with Trent, I think what it is because he attacks so well, people forget that he actually isn't a bad defender. And then also because Liverpool are so used to being on the front foot, you never really get to see, him defending as much. So it's kind of like with City, right? So City are on the front foot all the time. You can count the amount of times teams get attacked against City in a game, right?
Yeah.
Even when I was looking at Crystal Palace the other day, they did really well. But let's be honest, it was only counterattacks that they were getting, really and truly. They wouldn't really launch an attack from defense and exactly. It was usually counterattacks. So with that being said, what you tend to see with City is players like Cancelo, they never get tested. Players like Ruben Diaz, a good defender, but for a long while he didn't get tested. I believe until last year when Salah, when he was up against Liverpool, I think that's when he kind of guys like John Stones, who, if we're being honest, guys viewed him as a bang average defender. But in that City setup, he's okay. And then you got to look at it. You got to look at it. When City had players like Otamendi, for example, Otamendi's probably one of the worst defenders I've seen in my life, personally. Innit? That's personally. I've always thought Otamendi was a joke.
I'm not mad at you. He's a horrible defender. Numerous
times Firmino's taken him to the cleaners. He's finished, right? But in that City setup, when you're on the front foot, you're not going to see that. Do you get what I'm saying? And then I think as well, another thing that went wrong for Trent's debut, like in terms of Trent's coming out party, in terms of defense, was in the Champions League against Sane. I don't know if you remember that game, but that was
the away leg or the home leg.
The home, I believe it was the home leg, and it could have been the away leg. All I know is he basically pocketed Sane, innit? He pocketed Sane. But since then, I don't really think we've had to really see like a defensive masterclass from Trent. There's no need to. Liverpool are never really on the back foot like that. I mean, against what do you call it? Trent has got hench as well. He's definitely much bigger in build. He's more. It's funny because I can't remember what game. No, it was Chelsea. Before, you wouldn't see Trent try and barge people, but then obviously he's tried it against Havertz, and Havertz has put him to the floor. But
and then Rudiger stepped in, innit?
Exactly. But Trent wouldn't do that before. But now he's much more confident. I don't know if you saw in the Inter Milan game, he's barged Lautaro Martinez on the floor.
I saw that.
He's dashed him. Like Trent he's much bigger now. But yeah, man, I think Trent is decent defensively. I think there's just been certain games, for example, where like against Vinicius Jr., where the truth is Trent Arnold was 1-on-1 with Vinicius Jr. And for any fullback to be 1-on-1 with a winger that's that direct, first off, you're in trouble. Secondly, if you've got Nat Phillips behind you, you've got bigger things to worry. You're worrying the whole game. Like literally, you're worrying the whole game. You can't even focus on the game like that. You're worrying constantly about this Nat Phillips guy. And plus, a lot of the times when Vinicius Jr. got the best of Trent Arnold, it was actually kind of down Nat Phillips' side between the both of them. But people pin the blame on Trent because obviously there's no point blaming Nat Phillips. He's a bum. But Trent is Trent. Everyone's going to want to blame Trent.
I think the reason why they did that to Trent is because, when certain things happen, you start to realize, he's not really good in this position. He's not really good at doing that. But Trent doesn't need to defend. Let's be real, man.
He doesn't. Exactly. He doesn't. I think there's been a lot of players in football history that that haven't had to actually defend like that. Because I'll be honest with you, Dani Alves didn't really have to defend like that.
I didn't know Dani Alves could defend until he left Barca.
Exactly.
Yes. Dani Alves actually he became a better defender as he grew older.
Hey, Jeff, with these comments, bro.
That's not a lie, bro. I'm not even joking. I'm dead serious.
I mean, how often would you see Dani Alves 1-on-1 with a man?
That's what I'm saying. You don't need to.
The other team would need to get the ball first.
I used to follow Real Madrid religiously, right? So I used to follow them when they had Mikel Salgado, Guti, them man. So when they had Mikel Salgado and Roberto Carlos, right? What's actually funny is the only fullback that ever got tested was Mikel Salgado. The reason why is because there was a lack of right wingers in the Spanish league that were that dangerous at the time. So Roberto Carlos wasn't coming up against anyone. So he did not really have to defend like that. I'm not saying he can't defend, but he did not have to defend. Whereas guys like Mikel Salgado, he was coming up against Ronaldinho.
Yeah.
And Ronaldinho admitted that was the toughest defender he's had to play up against. Mikel Salgado was very, very good defensively.
The defensive side of the game was more of a strength. He wasn't bad going forward as well, to be fair.
Exactly. No, he wasn't bad going forward, but I think he's one of the best defensive right backs, fullbacks that I've seen play. He was rough.
But let me ask you, man, this then. Would you, man, prefer a Dani Alves Trent type of fullback or a Philip Lahm Zanetti type fullback? I'll start with you.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Oh, should I go? Sorry, I couldn't hear that.
Whoever's kind of going to answer in their head of what type of fullback they prefer, because they're both top level types. But
I was gonna say the game's changed a lot in it. So the game's definitely changed, and because the game has changed, I would prefer a Dani Alves, Trent Arnold. But the Philip Lahm was Philip Lahm is Philip Lahm in it. He's you can't really arguably best fullback ever in it. So yeah, but I think the game has just changed, isn't it? So it just depends. But I would say I'll prefer Trent Arnold, Dani Alves. But yeah, to be fair, either way, what you can pick any of those four fullbacks, and you're gonna have a successful. You're gonna have a successful. They're gonna be successful in your team. So I'll pick like a Dani Alves, Trent, 100%.
Say no more. Do you know what you're saying?
Yeah. For my team now, I don't really want attacking fullbacks. If I was with Liverpool or City, of course I would. But if you look at the kind of framework they kind of have, just quickly with City, especially, Cancelo goes up, Walker stays back and becomes a free. I'm not sure how it really works with. No, it doesn't even even Liverpool. They have their fullbacks go out. Fabinho drops in, they become a free. Arsenal don't really have that at the moment because Partey is more of a box to box and Jack hasn't been up to play enough position. So I'm going off that in my head. I kind of want a Philip Lahm, Zanetti kind of fullback at the moment. But if I had players like how Liverpool and City had, cool, give me a Dani Alves and a Trent. Do you get what I'm saying? But right now, in terms of football's changing. I agree with Lambs all the way. But at the moment, it's not changed for Arsenal as much as I would like it to. So I'm going to stick with my solid defenders.
Ola, what are you saying?
It's always been a tough one for me because, like, someone like Philip Lahm, like my brother said, arguably one of the best fullbacks. You can even probably put, like, in terms of defensive fullbacks, Cafu was another fullback that was brilliant defensive.
Yeah, Cafu, yeah.
He was, yeah.
Like, that was another brilliant defensive fullback. So, it's always tough because I do understand what Jalil just said there as well, like, regarding, obviously, the personnel that we have. But I do think if we did have, let's say, a Dani Alves Trent type fullback, and you told Martinelli and Saka, who we've seen can play fullback before, you tell them, you guys have to track back. I don't think they'll have a problem doing that. No, I don't think Martinelli, especially when you know your fullback is producing like these guys are, they better get back. they better help. Do you know what I'm saying? And they have the energy to do it. So I would say for Arsenal style of play, Dani Alves will do well Arsenal.
You know what's interesting? You know what's interesting you say that, because if Arsenal was to have an attacking right back, for example, who would you want in the team covering the right back when the right back's going forward? Because for Liverpool, we don't use one of our wingers. We use Fabinho would sit probably deeper, and then Henderson would actually come out. Henderson will go more towards the right, and then also Matip bombs forward as well. So that's another thing. People forget, like, Matip bombs forward a lot. So a lot of the time, Fabinho is having to sit deeper, and then Henderson's moving to the right. So who would the player be for you guys that would cover for an attacking fullback in Arsenal?
That's the thing. I'm not sure our system is set up like that.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's not. That's the problem. So that's where Jalil's point kind of comes in for Arsenal. But then again, as Ola said, if you get a Danny Alves type, bro, I can't lie. You have to adapt to him still.
Yeah, you have to adapt. You have to.
But if you wanted to adapt, who would you elect to be the player to cover? Out of all your players,
then we'd have to get a midfielder. I think.
Swear.
I think so.
I think Partey can do it.
Oh, I mean, if you can get Partey to do it,
I wouldn't want that to be Partey as well. I wouldn't want that to be Partey as well.
Yeah.
I want us to ideally get a centre mid that maybe has experience of playing fullback position. See, that's the thing. It's difficult finding a centre mid like that because, for example, let's say Bayern Munich had a high flying right back. They'll just tell Kimmich, yo, you can go back into that position, and Kimmich will do it because he's played right back. Same thing with Fabinho. Fabinho was a right back.
Yeah, exactly. And he was a good right back as well.
Yeah, it was a good right back. Man United wanted him, Man United, when Mourinho was at Man United, wanted him originally as a right back.
Yeah.
Because he was a right back at these times. Which is crazy to think.
It's mad because he's top midfielder.
Yeah, he is, for me, the best defensive midfielder in the world.
Yeah, right now, him or Kimmich, isn't it? But Kimmich is more, I don't know if Kimmich is a DM. Like.
Yeah, I'll think Kimmich is more of a... For me, Kimmich's role is kind of like
he's like
variety.
a CM.
He's a bit like a variety, but a bit more advanced. Actually, no, he's more like Modric.
I see what
Slightly. He's like in between variety and Modric. He's like in between.
Yeah.
I don't know what
you
to call
mean.
it.
Yeah. Ted D saying, let's keep it real. We can make a long compilation of Trent's defensive faults. That's especially this season issue for a player that doesn't have to defend. I mean, wait.
Let me just address Ted D for a second. You know, you can make a compilation of every defender's defensive mistakes, right? Even Van Dijk. And furthermore, if you had a compilation of Van Dijk's defensive mistakes, you'll think Van Dijk is the worst defender in the world. You'll see Raheem Sterling pushing him on the ground, and him complaining,
dancing on him.
You would see Reece Nelson getting the better of him. You would see Hwang. You would see Hwang chopping him to hell. You would see bad things. So
you'll see that Martial clip at Southampton as well.
Exactly. So this
whole thing was it Van Dijk that goes down by the cross turn?
Yeah,
I believe so. Yeah, even Harry Kane did something to him at Southampton.
Yeah, Harry Kane did some filthy stuff to him, man.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So this talk of you can create a compilation.
Emphasis on long.
He said it's a long compilation.
Yeah, but you can create. But even still, that in itself is a silly comment as well, because you can create a long compilation on every fullback getting ripped, because fullbacks are the most likely to get ripped out of every defender. Because they're the ones directly coming up against wingers. So what are you talking about?
Nah, even apart from that, even apart from that is you said my point is the guy. Don't pretend the guys. Yeah, he's more solid than what people make out. I think that's the point. Like I think to counteract or to say when people used to say he was really good attacking wise, to kind of throw salt on it, people will say he's not that good defensively.
Exactly. Yeah.
Which is you don't really need to do it. Like, he's not the worst defender in the world. Like, is he any better than Cancelo? Him and Cancelo are probably the same defense.
No, Cancelo's worse.
Cancelo's worse.
So that's what I'm saying. So like, I don't know, man. Like, even the point about the long clip, I don't know like how many of those clips would be fancy any decent attacker against him. That's your problem.
I'll be honest with you. Yeah, I don't know about you, man, but you see in like today's in this day and age of football, right? Wingers aren't that direct, so I don't know what attacker is he fancying. I'm confused. Unless you're talking about Saint Maximin, Luis Diaz, or one of them kind of wingers, who are you fancying? Because the truth is, for the most part, he's going to be coming up against who? Who is he going? What fullback? Let's think about it. Who in the Prem? Because think about the Prem right now. Who are you going to come up against? Sancho. Who are you going to come?
Sancho's probably one of the more direct wingers in the Prem.
No, but this is another thing with Sancho. I was speaking to Ed about this yesterday. The reason why Sancho struggles to beat his man is because what he does is he slows the ball down when he gets it, and then he tries to get past his player, but he's not explosive enough.
He just needs a better overlapper. Like when he had Hakimi, it was perfect. When you got fat man Luke Shaw next to you, what's gonna happen?
You can't. So he needs.
Let's not let Tellers off the hook.
No. Tellers did something hilarious yesterday. It was the funniest thing. He was like on the throwing line, right?
I know what you're talking about.
And then instead of him to pass the ball backwards or pass the ball to the side, he spun around and tried to dribble on the line. Nah, this is, you know what? It's plays like that make you realize football IQ is so important, man.
Yes.
It's actually so important because there he lost the ball.
But you know what, lads and guys, like, you know, if you look at, just quickly talking about United's team, if you look at United's team, they've got a lot of people with bad IQ. So you look at Tennis, for example, not the best. You look at, if we talk about Pogba, his IQ attacking is good, but his tackling is just in terms of tackling, his IQ tackling wise. I know he says he can't tackle, fair enough, but not knowing how to tackle that does not mean you should make stupid tackles.
But you know what, John?
You see what I mean? Do you understand what I mean? John? There's like a subtle difference between the two.
You know what, John? Though, yeah, I'll be honest with you. Like, yeah, Pogba can't tackle, but Thiago is probably worse.
Facts.
Thiago's
no. Terrible tackler.
No. Thiago's got what?
But how many okay? The only difference for me is Thiago's a bad tackler, right? And so was Paul Scholes. But how many times would you see Thiago make a tackle and be like, "Oh man, that's such a stupid tackle at a stupid time in the game"?
I've seen a few times. I've seen Thiago.
Yesterday, 2 or 3 fouls in the last 5 minutes to completely kill the game when he didn't even need to make the tackle. So that's my only problem with Pogba. And then obviously Bruno's decision making is I need to
John,
get.
you know who does that for Liverpool, and is a really good defender, Andrew Robertson. Andrew Robertson fouls in the dumbest position. Andrew Robertson, he's not a guy that last minute of the game you don't want Andrew Robertson defending against a winger because he's going to do something stupid, and he's going to do it, and because he's got that grit, he's going to think, I'm really showing him, It's not like he's a good defender, but once again, when it comes to tackling, sometimes he gives away silly fouls. But Pogba did it against Liverpool, didn't he? He got the red card.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he did it against Liverpool still.
And yesterday he was doing it constantly as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was my only problem with him yesterday. But United have done that in general, man. But yeah, man, them combined 11 time.
We don't have to do this.
Let's do it.
I can't believe we're doing this.
I'm just going to go one by one to each man per position. You say who you think should be in there. Hey, Ted D, Sancho's a baller. I've told you already. Sancho's a baller. Lewis saying Lamps is talking facts. I bet the Arsenal fans remember when Pepe raced Robson. Dives in. Listen, he can dive in, to be fair. He can, but yeah. All right, cool. Goalkeeper, Jalil, starting off with you. 8 people in the building, smash the likes and obviously chip in and subscribe if you're new to RBT. What's your thoughts on Pogba wearing the LeBron sleeve? Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know about that. All right, Jalil, goalkeeper. Who are you going with in goal? We're doing it based off this season.
Oh, this season?
Yeah.
How many clean sheets has Alisson got?
I think he's got the most.
I think Ramsdale's on the most, though.
What's Ramsdale on?
Ramsdale's the most.
So, right, someone Google it, man.
I think Alisson's on 15.
Alisson's on 15. Ramsdale's on 12.
All right, Alisson still. Look at him.
Like, you know why I'm laughing? I wouldn't judge it by clean sheets because clean sheets is the defense as well. You get it? So, for example, keeper like how many clean sheets does Edouard Mendy have?
11.
So Edouard Mendy is a very good keeper, but Ramsdale's got more clean sheets than him.
I mean, okay, cool. Let's talk about this then. Like Ramsdale has made more, in my opinion, more game-changing saves. Because if a goal goes in, knowing a team like Arsenal, we could crumble. He saved us too many stupid times. Let's be real. Alisson now is normally Trent getting back in, Robertson making that last tackle, Van Dijk and that.
No.
You know what?
No?
I hear where Jalil's coming from on that. The only difference I would say is that there's a big difference between Alisson and Ramsdale. Alisson never makes his save look out of this world.
Yeah. Because he's such a good keeper.
How many times have you seen Alisson do a one-handed save? I think I might have seen maybe one in like 5 years.
But I think, and that means a lot of the time, the way Alisson's positioning is, he's such a good goalkeeper that he makes the save look easier than it is to me.
Yeah, his position as a goalkeeper with his feet is not like Edison level, but his position as a pure goalkeeper is one of the best I've seen. Like he makes every save look like it should be saved.
Cool, Alisson then.
Oh, you said Alisson anyway, so.
Wait, are we really like? All right, let's just say this: is any Arsenal player make it in this team? To me, no.
Possibly.
To me,
possibly.
To me, no. But I'll say maybe yes. But it's because Liverpool rotate their midfielders so much, so it's like you don't even know what their set three is. So I would say Odegaard makes it into the midfield rotation, meaning he would become a player in that midfield.
You reckon?
But I don't know whether I'll start him in the 11th. That's the thing. But like I said, right. Liverpool changed their midfield so much.
So we're saying the defense is a waste of time.
Yeah, there's not even. There's no one Arsenal player who's close. I'm sorry.
I can't lie. This one's going to be a quick one. Still.
No, I'll put Odegaard. If we're going offensive, right? You got to put Odegaard ahead of Jordan Henderson, innit? If you're going offensive.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I said it depends because Liverpool thing rotates a lot, and especially if let's say they're facing a team where they have to break someone down, Odegaard will probably start.
Yeah, you gotta. I think it'll be fair to say, if you was attacking, because for me, I've already said anyway, John. You know my opinion on Odegaard. I think he's one of the best midfielders in the league.
You have said it. You mean Ola said it from early. So.
I've said it from early. Like Odegaard's a talented player, and furthermore, I'll be honest with you. I'll keep it real. I'll say this right now. If Odegaard was in Liverpool or a bigger team, everyone would be saying he's world class. Or on the verge of being world class.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, I'll put Odegaard ahead of Jordan Henderson because I don't think you would need Jordan Henderson when you've got Fabinho and Thiago. I think you'll be fine.
Is there a shout for the midfield to be Fabinho, Partey, and Thiago?
Nah, I wouldn't do that. I think Odegaard's better than Partey, and I will not put Partey ahead of Jordan Henderson off. No, I wouldn't put Partey ahead of Jordan Henderson. You know, I'm not yet. I don't think he's proved himself in the Arsenal in Arsenal's team yet.
Okay.
To be ahead of a Jordan Henderson. Don't get twisted. He's playing really well of late. I think as well he admitted himself he's been a 4.
Yeah,
and I think when he said he was a 4, it was a fair analysis. He wasn't good. But Partey right now, no. Henderson's Liverpool's captain. He's Mr. Reliable. So if I am going to put anyone over Jordan Henderson, it's because I'm going to change the system and play a more attacking system. And because of that, that's why I'll put Odegaard over him. But Partey plays a similar position to Henderson, so I won't pick Partey over Henderson now. And that's not me. And by the way, that's not to Arsenal fans. That's not me even saying Henderson's better than Partey. That's me saying Henderson has been consistent and reliable over the years. Partey hasn't been that consistent for Arsenal yet. So because of that, you've got to give Partey. Look, you got to wait until the end of the season, see how things play out, and then we can start talking about Partey a bit more.
Okay. So your midfield 3 is Fabinho, Thiago. Who's the last one?
And Odegaard, I'll say for me.
Okay. Ola?
I think that's fair.
Okay.
I'll say the same.
Okay, Jeff?
Yeah, I can deal with that.
Well, Jalil, you agree as well? Oh, that was easy. What are we saying? Fabinho.
I can't lie. I do think the front 3 is going to be a bit of a waste of time.
Yes.
Not really.
It is.
You really want to do? Are we really doing this?
It's a waste of time. It's a waste of time, man. Please.
I know you're saying that, but wait, I know you're saying that, but on the wing, I might there might be an argument on the wing for Saka being ahead of Jota. If you're
on the Saka's, but we have to go off the positions. We have to go off the positions.
Wait, hold on. I thought it's based off the starting 11.
No.
Okay. Yeah. Then
John, sign it in, John, man. Let's not waste time, man.
Yeah.
I can't laugh when Luis Diaz has got a shout though.
Over who?
He hasn't been there long enough, but
he hasn't been there long enough.
I'm a big fan of Luis Diaz. Like,
wait, so who
I was going to say you already know what I think about
Jota.
You'll compare them to.
Jota up top.
Yeah, Jota up top. Yeah,
Jota up top. Has to be.
And then Mane left.
Yeah.
For going off this season, it kind of has to be.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I think Diaz. Teddy saying Saka's better on the left anyway.
Then who?
On the left?
No. He's saying he's on the left and the right.
Okay.
I think that's true. You know.
I think Saka's good on the left. To be fair.
What one player would the Arsenal fans take from Liverpool? Van Dijk not allowed.
Oh. I mean, well, actually, why am I saying
you wouldn't need Van Dijk. You wouldn't need Van Dijk though. Really.
Yeah, we won't. But I think we can have to say. I think we can have to say Salah.
But then with a Saka goal,
you wouldn't need Salah as well.
Saka goes to the left.
No, you would need
literally.
You would need a centre forward.
It's easy now, man. It's easy. This is the easiest question ever asked.
What would you do?
Imagine having Fabinho sitting there.
Yeah.
Everybody could do what the fuck they want. Everybody could do what the fuck. Fabinho there.
Might have to be
the whole game lock off, bro. We're laughing.
Bro, to me, it's just a take your pick thing, man. Just bear, man.
Yeah, there's so many.
Yeah, it's true. Fucking just give us the whole team, you know what I'm saying?
It's 10, like, put it this way, whoever asked that question, it's 10-1. Hey, give me anybody.
It's true.
The Fabinho shout is a good shout, though. It is.
Yeah.
Allow the midfielders to do whatever they want to do. Partey will have so much stress lifted off his shoulders.
Right.
It will literally just be a full-on box-to-box. You won't have to worry about anything.
Literally, man. Well, yeah, man. Smash the likes, people. We still got 8. Time to do the predictions, and then we're gonna wrap up. So we've got 20 minutes to the game. Let's give the man time to eat and that. So let's go. Jalil, prediction time.
Well, I said yesterday. I said 2-2. I'm changing my mind.
2-2, yeah?
No, I said 2-2. I'm changing my mind. We're gonna go with 2-1.
Okay. By the way, can you man hear the feedback?
Oh yeah, I can hear that a little bit.
Yeah, it's just starting now. I'm like, all right, everyone try to go on mute. I want to see where it's coming from. Okay, yeah, all right. Jalil's on mute first. Still on. It might be you, Lance.
Feedback for me.
On you?
No, everything's coming out of his laptop.
That'll be weird.
I know my laptop's off.
That was weird, yeah, because it came from all right. It's calm, man. We're almost done anyway. All right, so Jalil, you're saying 2-2?
No, I'm saying I said 2-2. I've gone a bit deluded. Gone optimistic. I've gone with my heart. I've gone 2-1 Arsenal. With assist, 2-1 Arsenal with assist from VAR for that final goal.
Jeez. All right, Aldous, what are you saying?
I'm gonna go 1-1.
Okay, it's going 1-1. Jeff?
Yeah, 1-1. Mine's not changed.
Okay. And Lamps?
3-1 Liverpool.
Okay, 3-1 Liverpool from Lamps. And I'm going for... I feel Arsenal might win. I'm going to say 2-1 Arsenal.
I hope so.
2-1 Arsenal. I'm going to... Yeah, the pressure might get to Liverpool today. I just feel like eventually Arsenal needs some kind of statement win.
Yeah.
At some point, they have to get one.
And that City game should have been it. That City game should have been it.
But then again, because of Palace's thing the other day, if it's 1-1 with 20 minutes to go, Arsenal would be like, do we need a win? Not really. Liverpool would be like, do we have to die for a win? Not really. So
Another thing is this, right? You see, Liverpool, they're not good at winning once City drop points. We're not good at capitalising on drop points.
Okay.
So that's another thing to take into consideration. But you know what? The draw thing is kind of... I do understand the draw because, look, as you said, when it gets to that stage of the game, both teams are going to think, okay, do we have to really do this? And I think Liverpool, if anything, would need it more. I think, as I said, Arsenal are fine. Arsenal are good.
Yeah, exactly that.
I do think Pep Guardiola would have gone over to Arteta's house after that Palace game. I tried to give him some tips. Said, I need you, brother. Because
I need you, brother.
He needs Arsenal to win more than we need to win.
It's true. That's actually true. As mad as it sounds, it's actually true.
You even heard when Bernardo Silva was mentioning the fact that they have us, like Liverpool have us, like, you know.
Yeah, it's true. Nah, the Liverpool know. But yeah, man. So, but listen, people, it's been a great show, great preview. Big up everyone who's tuned in. Still the 6 people in the chat. Make sure you smash the likes before you leave and subscribe to RBT for you. Big up Old Days and Lamps for joining us. Obviously, always man on. And boy, depending on how the game goes, might just have to do a quick match reaction. You know what I'm saying? If it's a madness, I might have to do a match reaction. But
if it's a madness, I might have to come back for that match reaction as well.
Same.
Madness, we run it back up. But big up 10 at decent quality show, lads. Appreciate you, bro. Always in the crew. But yeah, man, people smash the likes. We're off. Let's enjoy the game tonight and stay well and stay safe. Peace and love. We out.
Peace.
Peace.